Hello and welcome back. I'm Mondef, of course, and as we're playing in 14W11B, and minecarts are still crazy and endermites are unreliable, we are not going to work on our base. Oh wow, that's... Look at this shading issue. There's like crazy shading issues in this snapshot as well. It's really, really wild. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to be working on any of that, so we're going to work on some post office some more. It's been a while since I've worked on the post office. It's coming along. The first thing I want to deal with is over here. Kabi wants to connect the... Oh, I should put that torch back up here. My inventory's a bit of a mess, sorry. He wants to connect the Vanilla Center here to the post office, which I think is a pretty good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and let him. By the way, Kabi did this, which I like this pattern. Polished andesite and then stone bricks and then polished andesite. The colors blend almost perfectly. There's just a slightly more, I don't know what it is, brownish to the stone bricks compared to the andesite, maybe? There's just like slightly different colors, and maybe that's just a shading issue. I don't know. Yeah, it might just be a shading issue. But anyway, I like that. I think that looks like, as a design, that's kind of nice. Anyway, this is where it would connect. You can see it would just go straight into that wall, into that wall. So basically what we're talking about, and his hallways, they're unknowably large in size. They're very tall, so, and they're tall and they're nondescript height-wise, it appears to be. So we can pretty much make it as tall as we want. So what I'm thinking is, we just bust a hole right through here. And I'm going to make the hole, and then I'm going to let Kabi decide how he wants to connect it, because that is kind of his project there. Grab you, good. And yeah, that's I guess that's okay. What we're going to probably do is have to readjust these a little bit and do something like this. Yeah, that'll be okay. Oh, I even have my glass shears on me. Oh well. Yeah, and I think I want this to go one higher, just so it's not a square as the entrance. A little bit of lag there. A little bit of lag, breaking the blocks. It's alright. My inventory is not going to be able to pick up something. Okay. So yeah, I think that's a good place for it to connect. We'll have to do some polishing. Let's just go ahead and knock that out, and this stair over here. And do I need the spider eyes? No. Okay. That goes there. Go away, spider eyes. And like that. So yeah, I think that's going to work out okay. To be honest, this is all going to be inside the building now anyway, so I don't know that I need that glass at all. We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave it there for the time being. Oh my, even my buildy chests are full. That's, There, that'll do. Alright. So, yeah, I think that'll work. The threshold then here will just be right here. And we can let him work out the details of how to connect the two. So I'll just go ahead and put I'll put his derpy protection wall back, and I'll put one up for here, just so we don't get creepers walking inside while we're working inside the post office. So that adds some asymmetry to the room, right? Everything was diagonally symmetrical, so everything on this side of the room was mirrored to that side of the room. But now, of course, that breaks that symmetry, which is fine because last time I was working in here, we were working on the top floor, which you can kind of barely see is up there. You can see the wall up in there. And I was saying that we need to get stairs, and I wasn't sure where to put them. But now I'm thinking right here is a perfect place to put the staircase because it'll match the asymmetry. That will connect you to the Vanilla Center, and this will connect you up to the upstairs. And right here, these pieces of sandstone that come right in here as the dirt outlines, that is the edge of the topper, I believe. I believe that's right. The right shape. It might be off by one. But, so that's where we're going to put the staircase. We're going to have a staircase, and it's going to curve up into the topper right there. So let me kind of clean out my inventory, and I think I'm probably going to have to farm a whole bunch more sandstone, just because I'm running low. And then I'll get back to you when we're ready to build a new staircase. Alright, I think I've got enough sandstone here. I actually broke the diamond pick, so instead of running back and getting diamonds from home, I just made an iron pick because I have it here. Yeah, I think this is a good place to work. I think what I want to do, because this is right here, which is also right in the center, I can't go straight up into there. So I'm going to go up kind of a halfway, and then we'll do a left turn, 90-degree turn here, and we'll go up, and we'll come in right there, hopefully. I'm going to line it up here on the bottom. We can work out the top when we're in the top. So I don't want it to block the entryway, so I think I want to start the staircase like right here. And then we'll just go up like this here, and up again. Should we go up this one more, or should we not do that one? Yeah, the question here is how much space I want to have here at the top before doing a turn and going up more. And I think we need to come down this one here. You know what, let's go ahead and keep this like this, and we'll use slabs. And keep the area looking nice and light, not super thick and heavy. That's the idea. Yep, that'll do, and then we'll go up from here, I guess. Yep, like that. And we're gonna have a little bit of this pillar in the way. And we'll have to decide if that's good or bad. This lighting stuff, it's so annoying. Like, I'm honestly considering playing the game on smooth lighting off because it looks better. Smooth lighting off looks better. That has never been the case. Like, this stuff is annoying, which is why smooth lighting has been so great. But the visual artifacts on smooth lighting in this snapshot are horribly annoying. Like, this is better. Like, here, even if you put it on... I'm ranting. I apologize, I'm ranting, but there you go. Look at that. It looks so bad. Like, oh, I guess these shouldn't be full blocks. These should be half slabs. But even still, like... why is this lit like this? There's no reason for that to be lit like that. So, yeah, it's a problem. It'll get fixed. It'll get fixed. It's just... it's annoying to me now. I suppose, I play on the snapshots. I should deal with it. It's part of playing with the snapshots. You're going to have bugs. But, doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay, rant complete. And we're getting up into this top floor here. If you remember, this layer of stone was just left here just so we had something to stand on while we were doing a little bit of work up there. Like that, and one more, and get us up on top of here. Hopefully we're not in the center of the room. And we're in the center of the room. No, we're not that bad. It's not that bad. We're here at the edge. Let's see if cobble we can fill this. Do a little backfill here, because that is not part of the circle, I believe. Right? This goes here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it right there. Yeah, that's right. And we're down on the bottom floor. Ta-da! Magic trick. Okay, so that looks like it'll work. We come up here kind of on the edge, but that's alright. I'd rather it be straight than having to try to bend it or something. Now, the question I'm asking myself is, should this go away? For the sake of the staircase, should that maybe not exist? And this should just go there. And we'll do something like, we accept that pillar with the staircase there that holds the frame up. That looks really strange. Alright, that to be worked out. Maybe we even just go straight into the wall there. That's okay. But then we come across and we just take all this out. This will give us easier access to the staircase. It can stay 3 wide. Go there, there, we just go up from there. Something like that. Does that look bad from here? It's not so bad, but at this point now I'm wondering if this shouldn't just, the whole thing shouldn't just be a straight staircase, you know? It's like, why does it even stick out into the middle of the room if it only goes up 2 blocks before turning? It may just be easier to, is it here? Yeah, this is going to be better. This is going to be a better solution. Yep. There you go. You know, sometimes you try something and it just doesn't work. Either because of the space you have or, you know, the geometry or the textures or whatever. Sometimes your concept just doesn't work out. That is better. I kind of do want this pillar, though, back the way it's supposed to be. Like that. Yeah, and just kind of it's kind of a utility staircase anyway, since I'm really, I mean, other people can come up here, I guess, if they want to, but this is for me up here to administrate the post office. So it's okay if it kind of goes into the wall right there. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's better. That's better than what we had. So I'm gonna be happy with that, and we're gonna take it and be all happy about it. All right. Yep. Nope. Yep. According to the geometry, it's right, but it looks wrong. Because this should fill that part of the stair back behind where you can't see it, and then this part of the staircase should fill that little extra piece that's left. But it doesn't. It just doesn't look right. So the question is, does that look better? No, that looks worse than the full block. I guess that's what it is. See, it's like, according to the geometry, this part of it should fill that part of it in, but with the full block, it just doesn't look right. So yeah, we're gonna take it like that. I think that's a good way to go. Now we do need to probably put like a hand railing on it. And this is something that is kind of awkward to do in Minecraft, but I think I'm gonna try using cobblestone walls. So it never really quite looks good. But I kind of feel like you should have it. So let's just go like that, get rid of that one. Yeah. We'll have to see it from the bottom to decide whether we're going to keep it or not, but like that. Drop down. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Is it better than not having it? That's the question. And I think so. It adds a frame to the staircase, and it's not like it stops people from jumping over the edge or anything like that, but it does provide a little bit of a frame for the look of the staircase when you're down from here. So it's not just a random floating staircase. It kind of has some hand railing, some bar, some frame to it. Extra geometry. Also more texture, which is good. So yes, that's good to go, good to go. Now, this top floor is going to need quite a bit of work. Obviously, it doesn't even have a floor or a ceiling or even, in some cases, walls. But that's okay. I'm not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. This area is going to be a system, but it's broken at the moment in this snapshot. So I don't know if I need to fix that or if I need to wait for them to fix minecarts, because minecarts are acting a little bit funny. So I don't know if that's working as designed or if that's a bug. So yeah, it's like they do things like if they're going straight and then you have them start going uphill, they just stop, which is like, well, that's not exactly what it seems like they should do, you know. I get they added like derailing if the minecart's going too fast. I might not like it, but I understand that at least, and it's like we could design around that. That's not too big of a problem, you know, because it just adds one more thing you have to deal with, which is fine. I don't mind like having to deal with things. if you didn't have to figure out oddities, it wouldn't really be a game, right? If you didn't have like choices or challenges to overcome, it would make it not a game. So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it being a game. You know, playing with redstone and minecart should be a game, not just straight, you know, copy paste what other people have done. So yeah, so that's that. So I'm okay with it. It just, you know, I don't know if the rules are going to change anymore. So kind of irritating, but you know, such is life when you play with the snapshots. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and dig out this floor and pick a material for the floor of this room. It will probably be a wood, one of the woods. I'm not sure which one. It will definitely not be birch. And now we're on the floor again. Because birch is going to wash out against the sandstone. And we need something that's going to not wash out against that. Maybe we'll try dark oak. And maybe we'll try spruce. Anyway, let me gather together those things, and I will be back. Alright, so I've collected a few different types of wood. Here we can see spruce, which I always think spruce and sandstone go well together. But, I don't know, kind of boring, I guess, a little bit. It's just, I don't know, a little plain, a little dull. Plus, we are going to have some what do you call them? Sugar canes with dirt, and dirt is brown. So I'm not sure, you know, meh. You know, it's okay, I guess. I guess I could grow the sugar cane on sand and then it wouldn't matter. But, you know, yeah, colors. So, I don't know. The acacia actually surprised me. I like this color as a color, but I have a hard time finding good places for it to work. But I think this is one of those places where the colors really do, they do function for us. So I think that is going to be the color of choice here, the acacia wood. I did get some of a little bit of the dark wood slabs. This is just what I had on hand, and I plopped them down, and I could instantly tell. And I don't know if it's necessarily the shaders, because they're slabs, but even as a full block, they're dark. They're just too dark. It's too dark for this. I like the dark oak color, so I'm still having a hard time finding places where I feel like the color is appropriate. I guess the lack of anything else. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space here because part of this system will extend up to this roof space. So, assuming that it doesn't need to be completely scrapped and redone. Which I hope it doesn't, because having access to the top level of this machine will be useful for maintenance, to maintain it. There's some, without giving away everything, there's part of the system that may need to be kind of regularly checked and maintained, not necessarily updated, but just maintained. You might need to add to the system a little bit from up here on top. So that'll give us access to that side. Somewhere in this area, we're going to need to put some sugar cane. That's because I would like to have an easy way to get access to paper. Paper because we're going to be offering books and quills, so that people can actually, write each other letters and messages and have access to that stuff. We also need to have up here an anvil, and I won't tell you why we need an anvil, but we need an anvil up here. And that's really about it. A crafting station and maybe some storage. I'd like to get all of the storage for the construction up here and get it off of the front lawn. Because I do have some that are, so there's a workbench and some furnaces there. There's some underneath this corner. Let's see if you can see them. Right in there. I'd like to get rid of that. And I'd like to get all of that stuff up here so that it is nice and organized, out of the way, and we can start feeling like this post office is actually a functional thing, something that people could and should come to in order to check and to send mail. Now I have noticed, and I'll show you, And we'll just put a little bit of sandstone in here to polish up that edge. That's a little strange. We'll have to work on that in a second here. I have noticed that I got some mail. There's no message because there's no ink and quills that are books, writing books that are easy to get to. But Kabi told me he was going to drop these off for me, so he gave me a couple stacks of ink, which is great. That will be extremely useful for getting everything kind of set up, because we are going to need ink. We're also going to need leather, and I can't really build a squid farm in here. It wouldn't fit for one, and there's too much water for two. So ink's not so much a go from here. So we're going to need either donations of ink, or I'm going to have to build an ink farm back home, or I'm going to have to farm ink myself. I don't really know what I'm doing with that yet, but at least a couple stacks of ink, that should get us at least started. Having some book and quills for people to work with. Now, feathers are not going to be a problem. I bumped my head on that. That's a no-go. You guys are goners. Or should it do that? You know what? I don't think we need the handrail. I connected the handrail to the floor because I thought that the shape needed to continue. But I think we can probably end the shape right here. The shape of the handrail there. And I think that's fine. And that provides us a nice clean top surface here. This is still a little bit weird. Sorry, just working out some strange spots. Yeah, on camera here. You know, it almost seems like we should just do that. Is that weird? That's a little strange. This is, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Because, well, there's going to be a ceiling here. I was thinking, actually, that we might do, like, snow. Not like that. Not like that. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that one. Oh, well, we have even now. We might use snow. Because, I don't know, just kind of a pasty white is not bad against the yellow of the sandstone. And, you know, we can do things. I guess we could use sandstone to kind of create a little trim here. Yeah, it's not bad. That's bad. That doesn't look good at all. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna have to work that out. I don't like I don't mind this because the geometry changes. We're going from the vertical to the horizontal. But this texture's flat next to each other. That doesn't work for me. So let's try something different. Let's try, we've already got the walls here. Let's try that as kind of a trim. Nope, that's weird too. Oh, hi. Welcome to the post office. Would you like to send some mail? Don't kill me. Gotcha. That's weird. That's not gonna go. Alright, but anyway. I'm worried about, I don't know, this is weird. It's a weird space. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Now I'm all flustered. Our visitor was, our unexpected visitor, he has thrown me off my groove. So excuse me while I find my groove. Alright. I think I found my groove again. Since we're going to be growing sugar cane, we want to make sure we're growing it with the finest water, so we're going to grab some of this purified water here. Alright, that's so crazy. Thanks for the love on the last episode, by the way. The water purifier, if you haven't seen it, it's a little bit crazy, a little bit derpy, but I think it's kind of fun. Kind of a fun episode, so yeah, go check that out. Thanks for hitting that like button on it. It has a higher like to view ratio than almost any of my videos ever. Not all of them, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. It's only been out for a few days, so there's that. Kabi has repiped the chicken farm so that it feeds chicken to here in the Vanilla Center, so it's easy to get access to. And not only has he given us access to the chicken. He's given us access to the feathers as well, which is great because we're going to need feathers to make books and quills for the post office. Jeez, why is this so hard for me to remember the name of? My goodness. That'll be connected soon, hopefully. And so so we're going to be stealing some feathers to be used for making those books and quills, so that people can write letters and such things as those. I already brought some water up so that we are ready to fill this whole area in, which is great. And then we're just going to go just like that. Get rid of this now. This was just here so the water wouldn't spill everywhere and make a big fat mess. Alright, so we're ready to plant our sugar canes. They're kind of a strange color because we're in a, what is a savanna? Yeah, savanna plateau M biome. The roof's going to go up a few more, so to make sure that they don't grow. I'm not going to go crazy automation on this because, well, I don't really feel like we need to have crazy automation on this here. Oh, you're kidding me. 1. I'm short by 1. Oh, that's so mean. It's alright, we'll make a bunch more. We have plenty of sandstone. But like that. There we go. So when it's all grown up, it'll look like that. And up here, we'll replace that back there so it's pretty. Don't you worry. Yep. And then when I need this, I can just come up here and do this. Now I've made this so that it's even numbers. So 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What I'm talking about is making paper, right? So 3 of these makes 3 pieces of paper. So that's 1 book, that's another book, that's a book, and that's a book. So, so yeah, just even, clear even numbers. If it turns out that the Vanilla Woods members are going to be sending a lot of books, a lot of mail, and writing a lot of books, and I need to make more sugarcane, we'll do that back at our home base, and then we'll just plan to transport a whole bunch of paper here to the post office that way. This is just kind of a basic stock keeping system. So there's that. We also have room over here. We could put more stuff, although I'm going to probably plop a whole bunch of chests here. Probably make a stack of chests here, a stack of chests here, stack here. You know what? That's a little bit weird up there, isn't it? Like that. Just in case this side, oh, that side's not dug out yet. So yeah. But unfortunately for today, I'm out of time. This episode will be just a touch shorter. But that's all we got time for today. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, click the like, subscribe, and the share buttons, or the share buttons, or none, whatever. Thanks for watching. I'm Mondef. See you guys next time.